Shalom Yasharallah. Giving all praise and glory to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For these words to be praised for everything. Hallelujah to his glorious and holy name. You know, I was thinking on in the spirit of how we as a people, we can always find something negative to dwell on, you know, and feel a certain way. And it can really make you depressed. Make you depressed. A lot of times you make yourself feel that way because you don't really adhere to the spirit of the Most High and what He's told us what works. There's one thing that through my many years and asking the Most High to guide me in my life and to be able to make it through different circumstances with Him by me. And it's very important that you look what He's saying and you apply it. It's hard. You think about you going through a lot of difficult times or things are not going right with you. That's why when people come into the truth, I try and give them certain scriptures to help their faith. And faith is believing in the Most High. Either you believe in Him or you don't believe in Him. You can come to class, you can do whatever you want to do to put on the fringes and the ribbon of blue and do all that. But if you don't believe in Them, you have faith in Them, then it's going to show eventually. We're going to look at Colossians 3:17 as always. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. That's in the name of the anointed Savior, in the name of the Messiah. Going to the Most High on our behalf. That's why we thank the Most High for everything. So look at Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. So I'm going to deal with some happiness and joy today. Because most people don't have that. They can perpetrate it all they want to, but they don't know how to be following what He's going to tell us to do here. Listen, Ecclesiastes, the second chapter, the first verse. My son, if thou come to serve the Most High, you want to serve the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptation. Say, prepare your soul for temptation. Who the tempter? Well, even when Mashiach Yahushua fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he had to deal with Shaitan, or the devil, dealing with him over and over again until he came with the law. He said this, bam, he came with the law every single time. I've showed you that many a times. Every time he came through, he went with the law. So all you say you ain't under the law, you ain't rebuking Satan. But you go into them laws, you know them laws, you come back with those laws, just like examples. He gave us an example when he came here in the flesh. So you got to prepare yourself for the devil. You prepared for him? That's why I say many are deceived, Ecclesiastes 3:24. Many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil, who is the devil, and an evil suspicion overthrow the judgment. See, evil comes in and make you do something wrong, then you got to pay for it. Oh, he the only one that take everybody. He take everybody. He take everybody. He's open arms to everybody. You want to go to Satan, he welcome you to him. And allow you to chose him instead of the Most High. That's why you're going to suffer. Listen, cleave to him. He said cleave to the devil, cleave to the Most High. And depart not away. See, depart not away. People part away when they leave him. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So maybe you being like you might feel like you down and out, you don't have nothing, you decrease. But he said, cleave unto the Most High, you're gonna be increased at that last end. You believe it or you don't believe it. You got faith to believe him or you don't believe him. This is what he said. So some people don't have patience. Take patience, what we say. You gotta have patience. Listen. Whatsoever, listen to this. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take how? Cheerfully. That right there, you'd be surprised. You know why people can't take whatever he gives you cheerfully or whatever you go through cheerfully? Because of their pride. That's because they pride. They're very prideful. Now, you look at this and it's like, how could I do that? How could I do that? How can you be smiling whenever this is going down? How can you not be all out of it and just that and the third? What'd he say? What'd he say? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And be patient. I tell you about patience. That deal with time. Patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Yeah, we're at a lower state. A lot of us in lower state than others. But he said, be patient. Be patient. It's dealing with time. Everything's not expedient. But if you believe in him, he's going to come through for you. He's never forsaken the righteous. It's just a matter of his ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. But he knows what he's going to do already in advance. Because listen, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You're going to be going through some adversity. Acceptable men. Some people, men that's not acceptable, they might not go through anything, but acceptable men got to go through adversities. And then you got to try this. You got to apply this in your life. Try it. Apply it in your life. You see it works. It works. You know, I remember tragedies happen. Brothers was like, man, how can you be smiling, man? What'd he say? Whatever, whatsoever, in verse 4, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And you can keep it moving. He'll allow you to endure. But you do opposite, what you think will happen to you? You're going to forsake because you wavering. You like a wave in the sea. Whenever he's doing something, I know people like that. Whenever everything is going good, they all beautiful. Everything is all up and down. But know something, he bring that adversity, dip you in the fiery furnace of affliction, then next thing you know, poof. It's just like he didn't even exist. Come on. You don't think that makes him mad or angry at you? He done did all this for us, and then here it is now. You get a little adversity, you get a little dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction, especially you newcomers, you new people in the truth. And that's if you ain't been here under I'll say 7 years. You knew. You be dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction, you proving yourself. That's why he say gonna be, except a man gonna be, what he say? Except a man gonna be dipped in the fiery furnace of affliction, affliction. You see? You gotta endure. You being tempered. To see if you worthy? Are you worthy? I mean, think about it. Here we are, we born, you ain't born as shackles and chains. So how are we gonna prove that we worthy? By our faith and keeping the laws of the Most High and repentance and fearing the Most High, crying to the Most High for the condition of our people, whether it's hidden you or not. Go to Ecclesiasticus 30 and 21. You want to know what to look for? Look for this. Give not over thy mind to heaviness. Give not your mind over to heaviness. See, worry cancels out faith. If you pray for something and you come, after you pray, you, woe is me, oh, that ain't going to happen. What you praying for? But give not thy mind over to heaviness. Better put it in his hand. But you got all this heaviness on your mind. How you going to really think you rolling with the Most High? You rolling with yourself. You got to come through for yourself. Or somebody else got to come through you for use you and use you up and then cast you to the side, whatever. That's what the devil do. Yeah. Use you up and cast you to the side like you nothing. That's why he said, give not over thy mind to heaviness. You know, you be talking about the heart, just telling you straight up. I love the prophet. It said, give not over thy mind. Don't give your mind over to heaviness. And afflict not thyself. Now, don't afflict yourself in thine own counsel, with your own thinking. The way you think. You know, that's why I mean, how you think you're going to think right? And it's contrary to what the Most High has said. And you ain't did enough time, you ain't took enough time to really understand spiritually these mysteries. Proverbs 3 and 5. Look what he said. Trust in the Most High. Trust in the Most High with all thine heart. See, in the Bible it's saying heart, which is your mind. Like it's telling you mind right here. The heart means the mind, your thoughts. Trust in him with all your mind. That's your heart. And lean not unto thine own understanding. What you gonna do? Especially, how could I lean onto my own understanding, all that I've learned throughout all these years, and the answer is right here, and I'm gonna lean on my own understanding, and not go in here and find out what's the solution when you done gave it to us. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 22. The gladness of the heart, which is the mind. Verse 21, give not over thy mind. So he's going to, the mind is the heart. The heart is the mind. Verse 22, the gladness of the heart, which is the mind, the gladness of the mind is the life of man. That is the life of man. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So if any woman that's hearing this, they should look at this, wow. So the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So a righteous man, that's what he's talking about, not no wicked man. No. So when you look at, go to chapter 25. No, 26, Salakia. 26. Ecclesiastes 26 and 1 say, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife. So blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. How do you think that's going to happen? If he's sad all the time, he's got problems, he got this, that, and the third, you wearing him out with your negative. And you work together on it. Say, that's why it says in Ecclesiastes 30 and 22, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So Ecclesiastes 26 and 1 say, blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband. You see that? Read you again. Ecclesiastes 30 and 22. And this is the Spirit speaking, because I'm just not pre-planned. It says, the gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So what does it say about a virtuous woman? Ecclesiastes 30, 26 and 2. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband. So if a virtuous woman rejoices her husband, that means he's going to prolong his days. And he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. In peace. Going back to Ecclesiastes 30. Verse 23. Love thine own soul. You got to love yourself. Say, love thine own soul. And comfort thy heart. Comfort your mind. Remove sorrow far from it. Remove sorrow far from thee. So, you got to look at this. You have to not allow. That's why they say we set apart. You know what you set apart from? The average person that would be a certain way, and you look at them and say, they're supposed to look at you. It's like, wow, why are you not like everybody else? Why are you different? Hear what it says? Love thine own soul. Love yourself. Because you cannot love anyone else if you don't love yourself. Love thy neighbor as thyself, right? That commandment is just as great as love the Most High with all thy heart, mind, soul, and sin. So, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. That's why I say love thine own soul. Be happy about yourself. You made it to another day. And you ain't thrown in the lake of fire. Or you ain't dealing with torment and pain and suffering. And comfort thine heart. Comfort your mind. Remove sorrow far from thee. You hear that? It said remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow have killed many. People have died from being sad. That's what he tells you. That's why I tell you, joy prolongeth a man's days. And a virtuous woman rejoices her husband, therefore his days going to be longer than what she can make it, and making them shorter. For sorrow have killed many, and there is no profit therein. Ain't no profit in that. You see? This is very important, people. You don't want to be caught up in just woe is me type of spirit. Ecclesiasticus 14 and 2. Blessed is he, Ecclesiasticus 14 and 2. Blessed is he whose conscience, which is your mind, your thoughts, have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope or faith in the Most High by Shama Mashiach Yahushua. So some people have fallen from their hope or faith in the Most High. How? Now you tell me this. You prayed And now you're negative about what you prayed for? You don't believe that you're going to receive what you prayed for? You'll be rejoicing. You know, we had joy. We wasn't just all sad. It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, right? So we mad. So I'm mad, but I'm not going to remain sad. And I mean, what am I going to do about my oppression at this time, right now? And I'm teaching. And you're listening. What you going to do about your oppression right now? What you mad about? Anybody saying that? Just what you should be quiet. It's like I'm quiet on it. Because right now we got to look at what we have planned for us. The kingdom. The whole kingdom. Forever and ever and ever. Just knowing that make me smile. Just knowing all the things that's going to go down make me smile and be happy. If the Most High will, I'll be there. Or you be there. That don't make you happy? You can't see that? You want to remain in the congregation of the dead. You in the congregation of the dead. You can't see that. What you working for? You working toward what? What's your works going to bring you forth? Death and thrown in the lake of fire for all the work you're doing? If you're actually trying to work to make it to the kingdom? Or you just playing around? You better wake up. It's time, boy. You better wake up, man. Time waits for no one. And we are in this together as a nation. And there's nobody can gain something on it. You know, I've seen some really, really dumbfounded breakdowns of these heathens trying to break down this Bible and they got people believing them. Makes no sense at all. But they're not going to no mysteries. You don't see them going to no mysteries. And see, that's what I look at our people. They don't want to know no mysteries. That's why I say when they do what they do and they receive the judgment that's going to come down because they ain't did the study and to be able to know. They don't care. They don't care to know. Any questions? Nope. Think somebody breaking their back to try and find out what they should be doing? What do you think? He come back here, you think Mashiach will come back here, most likely coming back here and say, okay, well, start all over with them. Put them over there and start over with them. They've been not caring about what it is that the men I've sent on this earth to be able to tell you what it is you need to do to be with me, and you just ignored it. Now you got a chance to do it. Nah. Even my secretary said, hey, somebody worked 11 hours, but somebody came in a whole hour. They was in there a whole hour before the kingdom come. They wasn't just starting from scratch. Nah. Stop playing with yourself. And get on it. Study to show yourself approved to the Most High before it's too late. Romans 14:22. Hast thou faith? I mean, this is where it's at. Have you faith? You believe in the Most High? Wholeheartedly? Have it to yourself before the Most High. You got to prove it to nobody. Have it to yourself before the Most High. Because Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, seeing everything being recorded. Have it to yourself before the Most High. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. You know that? Happy is he that condemneth not himself. You condemning yourself as something that you allow to go down because you ain't believing the Most High. That's why it says, hast thou faith? You can faith in who? Faith in the Most High. Have it to thyself before the Most High. Have it to yourself before the Most High. To yourself. You by yourself, but you know you got faith before the Most High. He know that your faith is in him. You believe in him. If you believe in him, then see, happy, you're going to be happy. Happy is he that condemneth not himself. When you condemn yourself about something that you were asking for to make you better. And you're working to be better. But you sad and you're working to be better. You're going to use this excuse, surely oppression make a wise man bad. You ain't being oppressed right now, at this moment. If you got your mind is capable of listening and hearing what's coming out, This your time to be learning, to build your spirit up, to get closer to the Most High. But some of myself shot before it's too late. Gonna come a time you ain't gonna be able to go on the internet. You ain't gonna be able to hear the word of the Most High. Gonna be people gonna be running to and fro. Where's that? Where can I get on? Oh no, I ain't have time. Something else took your mind off of trying to learn the truth. And you're gonna have to pay. It ain't gonna be nothing easy either. Ain't nothing. I mean, that's why a lot of you not scared of the Most High. You don't fear the Most High. Prove it. Prove it. I ask whoever talk about the Most High all the time. Nobody. Nobody. You look at how much time you spend on yourself compared to how much time you spend talking about him. The things he done. He like to be bragged on. His name is jealous. So who you think? What do you think? I'm like, wow, man, we sitting here and all we talk about is our life. Our life. I. Me. I. Thou shalt have no other idols before me, no other God before me. Who the God? Yeah, we little God. So you put yourself before him. Who's talking about him? Hardly anyone. That's why you have a brother that's they all in the spirit, always talking, man, that's hype. Not that many though. That's why I said, has thou faith? You have faith in him? Have it to yourself before the Most High. Thyself is yourself before the Most High. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that thing which he alloweth. See? You allowing your mind to be Ecclesiasticus 3:24. You allowing this to go down. For many are deceived, fooled by their own vain opinion, worthless thoughts that don't mean nothing. And an evil suspicion, remember you allow it to happen, you allow this evil suspicion, hath overthrown their judgment. So the judgment that you make is evil. And then you want to make it righteous? No. The judgment you made is evil, and you want to think that you're righteous. And that evil suspicion that's overthrown your judgment, you want to make yourself righteous when you done dealt with evil. And you know, it's praises. That's why I say I want to go into some joy. I want to show you when we did have joy. You know, go to 1 Samuel 18 chapter, the 5th verse. 1 Samuel 18 and 5. So we're going to look at, because you know, you never hear anything about, ain't nothing ever about, like we was always sad, we always oppressed, we always this, that, and the third, man. It's a time to rejoice. Like he just said, how you say, whatever he give you, what he say? Go back to Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter. What he say? In verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Man, I remember prophesying, man, it took me about 2-3 hours to unwind. I said, man, I'm about to hurt myself. After prophesying out there, that's all I was doing, prophesying. Downfall of this place. In the Bible. Took me about 2 hours to unwind. Sometimes longer than that. Shoot. Be all, shoot, man. Let's look at it. 1 Samuel's the 18th chapter. It's time and place for everything. Don't mean that surely a person don't make a wise man mad. Surely, but I ain't gonna be mad 24/7. I ain't gonna be sitting on there like we just read what we read. I want to live. I don't want to die early. Not for my own way of thinking and way of acting. Nah. Listen. 1 Samuel 18 and 5. And David went out whatsoever Saul, this King David. Saul was our first king. And David went out whatsoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war. And he was accepted in the sight of all the people. Yeah. And also in the sight of Saul's servants. Just a moment.